I heard a definition of Buddhism recently that I love. It's from the Vietnamese Buddhist master Thich Nhat Hanh. And he said Buddhism is just a clever way to enjoy one's life. And I thought that's so elegant. That's so simple. And it's so true. That what Buddhism is trying to do, really, what awakening is, what enlightenment is about, is just to be able to look at the world, look at yourself, and just smile, and just know that everything is as it should be. That a perfection reigns throughout the cosmos. Nothing can be any other way than as it is now. You couldn't have become any other person than the one you are now. And even if you could, you didn't. You're here now. You're here now. You're in the present. And don't worry about the future. Don't worry about what happened before. It's so easy to get caught up in regret or anxiety. But if you're present with yourself, with what's in front of you, with your child or your partner or the peach tree that's blooming in your yard, go breathe it in, feel just the flavor, the savoriness, the sweetness, the sourness of life itself. And you get to enjoy it. You get to enjoy it. You don't have to complete any giant mission. You don't have to complete any task to fulfill a sense of worth. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. You just get to breathe. You can just sit there and be happy. You can just sit there or walk or lie down and just enjoy being alive. Buddhism is just a clever way to enjoy your life. Oh, that's liberating. That is liberating. Oh. We have so many traps, mind traps, that we've set up for ourselves. So many ways in which we think we're not enough. We think that, our parents, maybe our father, maybe our mother, may have been dissatisfied with us, said, no, you need to be more, you need to be stronger, you need to be more beautiful, you need to be smarter and more successful. All of these expectations, not to mention society, and all of the agenda that's there of producing, being productive, having a house, contributing to society in some way. All well and good, but really, what that traps us into, if we're placing that above what our body is telling us, resting when we're resting, eating when we're eating, giving love and compassion to our neighbors, to the animals around us, enjoying the plant life around us, when we're so focused and attached to outcomes of productivity and worth and achievement, we become blind to the fact that we live in paradise. We live in paradise. We don't actually have to work all that hard to enjoy being alive. And, I think people would say, but wait a second, what about hunger? What about death? What about disease? Well, yes, sure, all of that is there. But look, we live right now in a society that has enough shelter, enough food, enough medication, more than any other time in human history. And people are miserable. People are absolutely miserable. And there are people that are living right now in present day in very poor conditions that are absolutely just joyous and overjoyed with their lives. And it's not because they're poor, and I'm not romanticizing poverty. Rather, they have enough. They have enough. They have enough to eat, not much, but enough. They have enough shelter, enough clothes. They have enough community to look after one another. They have enough medicine, and you know what? And when somebody gets sick, and when somebody dies, and you feel that, you feel the pain and the loss, but you don't grasp onto them. You don't try and keep them from the jaws of death. We keep people alive in hospitals and for years or decades past the time when their body should have died. And we prolong suffering in all of these ways because we're so attached. We're so attached to what we think life should be like. We're so afraid of either letting go and just dying ourselves, or letting go of someone else that we care about and letting them die. We become so attached to these concepts, these conceptions, to the fear of pain, to the fear of loss, to the fear of all this stuff that actually it gets in the way of living at all, of living a happy life. Buddhism is just a clever way to enjoy your life. Thich Nhat Hanh, for a long time I read his work. I thought he was too simple. I thought there's no complexity there. There's no depth and all of that. No, but that's part of the genius of Thich Nhat Hanh, is that he speaks simply to many people, and in that simplicity there is a deep truth. All we have to do is sit and breathe. And that's enough. We go, we eat. We go, we make some money, we buy the food we need, we pay for the house and the stuff we need. But anything excess, anything extra, that's not for us. Give that away. Anything extra, that's not for us. We give that away. And that's the real beauty of Buddhism. It helps us to live our lives, helps us to enjoy living our lives. Perfection reigns throughout the universe. Buddhism helps us to enjoy it.